Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you may be. It's currently about 11 a.m. where I am on a Friday. It's actually the 1st of September, which makes me very happy because it means we are officially going into the fall months, despite the fact that it's still very hot where I live. But actually today is significantly cooler than it has been the last few days. Excuse me, I'm gonna come a little closer. There was a little bench or a stool where I was. You may notice that the backdrop is different than my last few videos. That is because I am in my in-laws' house, my husband's parents. We are dog sitting for them this weekend. So we are in the bedroom at their house, and I love being here. It's so cozy, and the bed is so comfortable. So I'll be here for the next few days, but I wanted to film a video because it had been a few days, about a week or so since my Q&A video. Me and my husband and our daughter just returned from the beach with my family. We went down to Florida and we had a lot of fun. The weather was so hot though, like so hot. Like I don't know how people do it who live in Florida. It's beautiful there, you know, the beaches are amazing. I just don't think I could handle the humidity. Now I live in Georgia, so it still gets very, very humid here, but not quite the level of Florida, and I just can't handle it. I totally just decided to do this video kind of on a whim. I knew I wanted to film, but I wasn't sure what to film. And then my daughter was kind of like, she's one and just walking and opening random cabinets and things like that. And she opened a cabinet in my in-laws' house and revealed a whole like treasure trove of VHS tapes. So I thought that was really fun, and it just brought back like a wave of nostalgia. So I grabbed probably about 8 or 10 of them. There's like way more, but I just thought I would show them to you guys and we could kind of talk about the videos. Most of them I've seen, a few of them maybe not, but I just thought we'd talk about it. But the first one is probably like the most nostalgic, sadly. So also fun fact, in this room where we're staying in, it's actually my husband's older brother, his room. Well, really all the TVs on this floor are like 20 years old, and like you couldn't watch Netflix or anything on them. And I don't think they're even hooked up to like cable, but you can watch like VHS tapes. But we don't really do that because I didn't think there were VHS tapes to watch, but turns out there are. So I know what we're gonna be doing tonight, watching videos. And I was sad that the tape is not in this one, because I would have loved to rewatch this, but it is Space Jam. I mean, like, look at this packaging. Like, this is something that, like, I think, you know, kid, like my daughter's age, when she grows up, I'll show her something like this, and it's just gonna, like, seem so bizarre that, like, videos used to come in something like this. My nails are not that long right now. I don't really have any good, like, tapping sounds, but look at, like, young Michael Jordan. I mean, y'all remember this? Like, you know, there's no tape in here, sadly, but tape goes in there. I just, like, love the artwork on this VHS. Sorry, I know there's a glare, but because I could probably close the blinds. But look at little Michael Jordan. And like Bugs Bunny and Tweety and Sylvester. Yeah. So this movie I think came out, I wonder if I could find where it says it. This movie came out, I think when I was still like too little to appreciate it, out 1997, so I was 3. So I remember watching this like several years after it came out, but still a very fun movie. I think they came out with a second one, didn't they? Like a modern one. I never saw it if they did, but yeah, I thought that was great. Okay, the next one is like one of my favorite Disney movies that I feel like kind of underrated. People don't talk about it that much, which is A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life. I thought this was just a really fun movie. I remember really liking this a lot as a kid. Here's the back of it. Look at the characters. I like this little caterpillar. And there was like the evil grasshoppers. There's the ant, ladybug. And I remember there was like it feels like a competing movie that came out at the same time that was about like just ants, I think. And I remember not liking that one nearly as much as A Bug's Life. The back of it says, "Journey inside the miniature world of bugs for bigger than life fun and adventure under every leaf. Crawling with imaginative characters, hilarious laughs, and colorful, lifelike computer animation, Disney and Pixar's Bug's Life will delight everyone, young, old, or six-legged." Apparently that was a review from People magazine. On behalf of oppressed bugs everywhere, an inventive ant named Flick hires warrior bugs to defend his colony from a horde of freeloading grasshoppers led by Hopper. But when Flick's cavalry turns out to be a ragtag group of flea circus performers, the stage is set for comic confusion as well as unlikely heroes. It says it has a star-studded voice cast. Interesting. Yeah. So, loved this movie. Okay, the next one is a movie that I remember always being like very sad by. Like it was a sad movie to be a Disney movie. It was The Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound. This movie's very sweet, but it's got some sad parts into it, but it's got kind of like some good lessons about, you know, when two people, or in this instance, two creatures, a dog and a fox, are from two different walks of life, and like how trying to be friends and navigate that even when your lives are so different. Says the fun and adventure begin when a lonely widow adopts an orphaned fox cub named Todd. The mischievous fox soon meets up with Copper, an adorable hound puppy. As the innocent pair play and frolic in the forest, they become inseparable friends. But as Todd and Copper grow older, they also grow apart, until the day their friendship is put to the ultimate test. Yeah, good movie, but I think I only ever watched it a few times because it kind of bummed me out. I remember like Copper's owner was like a real jerk. Okay. Next up is Mighty Joe Young. Mighty Joe Young, which I think I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. I don't really remember too much of it, but it clearly is about a gorilla and perhaps his two caretakers, which presumably are these two people. He looks familiar, right? it like doesn't say who the actors are on here. Oh, but that is Charlize Theron. Wow. Okay. This came out. I can't find where it says when it came out, but it says the legendary Joe, a playful, smart, 15-foot tall gorilla, and his lifelong best friend, Jill Young, who's Charlize Theron, I don't know, have grown up together in the remote mountains of Central Africa. When Joe's peaceful existence is shattered by poachers, Jill and zoologist Greg O'Hara, played by Bill Paxton, rescue their innocent friend and move him to the safety of an animal conservancy in California. But Joe's safety is short-lived. No longer a myth, his notoriety make him a target for an enemy from his past, a ruthless hunter who will do anything to capture the mighty Joe. It says it's 114 minutes long. Mighty Joe Young. But in the comments, if you have seen this movie or any of the other movies that I talk about, I'm sure you've seen at least some of them because I've got some classics that I'm gonna. I always kind of love like the sound of these cases. Still got the tape in it. There it is. Good old-fashioned VHS tape. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And you know, nowadays, like, this movie sounds so old, you know, like nowadays kids just don't even, they definitely don't know about VHS tapes. They don't know about DVDs, which remember those were like revolutionary. Those came out probably when I was like 10 or so. And then, yeah, now everything is just streaming, and it's just kind of, I don't know, kind of miss the good old days. Okay, the next one I definitely haven't seen, but I kind of want to watch it tonight, especially because I'm already, like, ready for the holidays. It's called Prancer. Presumably about, you know, the reindeer and this little girl. And I was surprised because it said it's stars Sam Elliott, and he's a pretty big actor nowadays, so. It says a wounded reindeer and a precocious 8-year-old girl form an everlasting bond in this tender holiday drama about true devotion and friendship. Jessica Riggs plays an angel in her school pageant, but she becomes a real guardian angel when she finds an injured reindeer in the forest. Convinced that the deer is Santa's very own Prancer, Jessica vows to nurse him back to health and return him safely home. But before she can carry out her plan, Jessica discovers that her father, who is Sam Elliott, has made another very different plan of his own. Will Jessica be able to help her antler friend find his way back to Santa in time to make their deliveries on Christmas Eve? The magical final scene is sure to make your heart soar. So, this came out in 1989. I was not even born yet, and I would not be born for 5 years. So, no wonder that I missed this coming out. I don't know that I would say I have a favorite reindeer. You know, obviously Rudolph gets all the glory. I think Vixen. Vixen's a good one. Okay, now time for another one of my favorites. Aladdin. Aladdin is one of my probably top 3 favorite Disney movies. Mulan is my favorite, and they have that, and I actually did not bring that in this pile, so that's my bad. But Mulan is my all-time favorite. Aladdin is really good. I really like the genie. The genie's my favorite character. Love me some Robin Williams. R.I.P. Loved him. So funny. Nobody like Robin Williams. Soar away on a magic carpet ride of non-stop enchantment in the most spectacular animated adventure of all time. Embraced by critics and audiences of all ages, Disney's Aladdin became the #1 film of the year, winning 2 Academy Awards for Best Song and Best Score. Wow. Set in the mythical city of Agrabah, the story follows a street-smart peasant, Aladdin, and his mischievous pet monkey, Abu. Aladdin falls in love with the free-spirited Princess Jasmine, despite a law that says she can only wed a royal suitor. His luck changes with one rub of the lamp, releasing the shape-shifting, fun-loving, wish-giving genie, who turns him into a prince. But the evil sorcerer Jafar and his wisecracking parrot Lago also crave the lamp's power. If Aladdin is to defeat them and win Jasmine's heart, he must learn to be himself, and that's one wish the genie can't grant. With a magical mix of delightful Disney characters, breathtaking Disney artistry, and playful humor, you couldn't wish for a more wonderful film. Now enjoy all the phenomenal fun of Aladdin anytime you wish. Its runtime is 90 minutes, and I don't see where it says what year it came out. I don't know. Sometimes it'll say on here, oh man, remember? It's got like the like FBI warning on it. You can see that. I don't know, but it's right there. Do you guys remember that when like you'd put in one of these films and it would have like the FBI warning, like do not recreate, don't copyright this or whatever. Don't distribute it, outside the home or whatever. I like how, they had to make these sleeves and they had to come up with the artwork and everything for it. Just think nowadays. We don't get some of that. There's Aladdin, and there's Princess Jasmine, and there's Genie, there's Jafar, oh, there's Abu. Gotta love Abu. He's great. Okay, I've got 3 more to show you. Okay, here's another goodie, but I feel like I remember being sad. Actually, so, okay, this is Free Willy 2. I did not realize this was the second one. I've definitely seen Free Willy. Don't think I've seen Free Willy 2. But I remember Free Willy being kind of sad. Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home. Smarter and more endearing than the original, the ideal family movie. That comes from the New York Times. So I don't know, I haven't seen this one, but I do love me a good animal movie. Even though I feel like those can be sad because usually it involves some kind of like rescuing an animal or the animal's in trouble, and that makes me sad. I'm having a really hard time focusing on looking at the camera today, so I apologize. I just want to look at like the main screen. The fun and excitement are back, and So is Willie, the 7,000-pound whale who captured the world's imagination, returns in a thrilling all-family adventure, hailed by critics as better than Free Willy. Back too is Willie's friend Jessie. Now a teenager, Jessie has settled into life with his adoptive parents, has an eye for girls, and copes with his feisty half-brother Elvis. He never expects to see Willie again, but during a Pacific Northwest vacation trip, Jessie meets a special girl, and to his delight encounters Willie and his family. But when a tanker runs around and spills oil into the harbor, the whales are trapped, and the danger gets critical when the oil ignites. Jessie and Willie's reunion suddenly becomes a desperate bid to survive. To save Willie's family, Jessie must brave a sea of flame, and hope that Willie will be there to rescue him right back. That sounds dramatic. It sounds like, I'm sure at the end everything works out, but I feel like it could be a really, stressful and anxiety-induced movie up until that point. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want that kind of anxiety brought onto me, Does anyone else feel that way? Sometimes about movies, I've got enough stress and anxiety in real life. No need to create new imaginary problems through movies, but sometimes it's worth it for a good movie. Let's see. It doesn't say when this came out, or if it did, I missed it. Oh, 1995. Wow. Free Willy's obviously older because that came out first. Yeah. Free Willy 2. Free Willy 2. Okay. Got two more. Two. And they go together. Sorry, I just can't get comfortable with my back. This is the stool that's sitting right in front of me. Georgia Bulldogs. I really don't have a football team that I care about, but my in-laws are very, very into the Bulldogs, so that I'm gonna kind of use it to prop me up a little bit, kind of, sort of. Okay, the next movie that we have to talk about is a classic. Toy Story. Buzz and Woody, Mr. Potato Head, and Little Bo Peep. I don't remember their names, so apologies to these characters, but I don't remember their names. I'm curious to see when this came out. 1995. Okay. So it was a year, but obviously I saw this multiple times. My brother's 3 years older than me, so he would have been in prime age to appreciate this when it originally came out. It says, Disney takes you where no movie has gone before in creating this totally terrific Toy Story, the year's #1 box office smash. The first full-length feature film animated entirely on computers, it captured audiences' hearts with a wonderful story that takes place inside an amazing 3-dimensional world. Wow, that's an interesting sentence. The first full-length feature film animated entirely on computers. I guess until that point, they were still doing some hand animation, which is if you've ever seen videos on how that's done, that's amazing. The people used to draw it. That would take so much time, but they were so talented. as 6-year-old Andy's favorite toy, Woody, a take-charge, pull-string cowboy, was confident in his role as room leader. Okay, I'm back. It's actually the next day, but my video got interrupted yesterday because my daughter woke up from her nap, so I had to go be with her, and that's fine. But I wanted to come back and finish my video from yesterday. We had two videos left to go over, and I will go ahead and show those to you now. I think I mentioned that they are classics. First one is Toy Story. Toy Story is... Gotta love Toy Story. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't like this movie. Buzz, Woody. I think I already showed the cover of this when I was recording yesterday, because I was saying I don't remember the names of these characters. So sorry, Disney. Sorry, Disney. But yeah. Oh yeah, because we talked about how it was the first feature-length film where it was animated entirely on computers. So I'm sorry I'm repeating something that I just said probably 3 minutes ago in the video, but I forgot that I said that. So classic. I'm filming in front of a window, and I can see a little bird hopping around in the bushes. It's so cute. I don't know about where you guys live, but yesterday and today were significantly cooler than it's been in the last several weeks, so it just feels like fall is coming. And it's the first, yesterday was the first, today is the 2nd of September, and I'm just so excited. And college football is back, despite the fact that I don't really care about that. It also does kind of like signify, you know, fall coming, and that just has me so excited. Okay, so now we are going to be going on to the last video, or last movie, and that is Toy Story 2. And I think I still would say Toy Story the original is my favorite, but I think that Toy Story 2 is a really good sequel. I know that a lot of times the sequels just do not live up to the original, but Jessie, she has a little horse that she rode. Bullseye? I think it was Bullseye. Well, I can't believe I'm remembering that, to be honest. But I enjoyed those characters a lot. It says, a masterpiece of great storytelling, laugh out loud humor, wonderful music, and eye-popping animation, Toy Story 2 is a total joy for kids and adults. This enormous box office smash garnered worldwide critical raves and won the Golden Globe Award for Best Picture. Toy Story 2 features the original voice cast, headed by Tom Hanks as Woody and Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. Joining them is a roundup of heartwarming, unforgettable new characters, including Jessie the cowgirl, Bullseye the horse, and Stinky Pete the prospector. While Andy is away at summer camp, Woody is toy-napped by Al, a greedy collector. Before you can say to infinity and beyond, Buzz Lightyear, Mr. Potato Head, Ham, Rex, and Slinky Dog spring into action in a thrilling and hilarious rescue mission that will have everyone cheering. So I guess that answers the question. That I'll go back and look at this first one. That the pig's name is Ham, and that dinosaur's name is Rex, which I guess those are very obvious names because Pig, Ham, and he is a T-Rex, so I guess that was on me for not remembering that. But this one came out, I don't know when this one came out, but this one is 92 minutes long, so right at about an hour and a half. Oh, 1999. Wow, okay, so this came out, I remember reading this, I feel like, oh, 95. Okay, so there were four years between the first and the second, which is kind of a long time, considering how popular the first one was, you know? But it was worth the wait. And then now there's been, what was the one that came out just a few years ago? I saw that in theaters. That was good. It was sad because it's about Andy going off to college, which is kind of like, you know, can't believe we're that old, but we are. Toy Story, STORY, Toy Story 2. I like how Woody is giving the bunny ears behind Buzz, but it's also like the number 2. It's kind of clever. Okay, so that is all of the VHS tapes that I have with me right now. There's like probably at least 20 more in the living room. So if you ever wanted to see any additional VHS tapes, then just let me know. And next time I'm back here, I could try to film a video for you guys with more of the tapes. But yeah, leave in the comments how you're going to be spending the nice long Labor Day weekend. I am just going to be relaxing with family and unpacking. Got a lot of unpacking to do from our beach trip we just came back from. And getting mentally prepared to go back to work because I haven't been, by the time I go back on Tuesday, it'll have been 10 days since I was at work, and it's been a really nice break. So gotta get mentally ready to go back and just do that whole thing again. So, but I would love to know how you guys are spending it, and I hope that you are having a great day, and I hope that you find all of the rest and relaxation that you are looking for, whether it be in this video or another video out there on YouTube. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.